showing you how to make Cajun chicken and shrimp pasta. This is like a very popular recipe. Very easy, especially if you're starting to learn to cook, if you just want a quick meal. Definitely a good go-to. So I'm just going to show you the basics.
So these are the ingredients that we're going to be using today to make the Cajun shrimp and chicken pasta. So we're going to use heavy cream. We're going to use Creole seasoning, but I really like the seasoning, the more spicy flavor. We're going to use Cajun, paprika. The noodles we're going to be using is fettuccine and the shredded mozzarella cheese and also chicken breast thinly sliced. And so I've already thawed out the shrimp. But I'm also going to show you guys how to clean this, and it's very important, like making sure that you thoroughly clean the shrimp. So here I am showing you how I clean my shrimp, usually when I'm cooking. So I'm taking off the outer shell, but leaving the tails on. I just like how that looks in some like dishes, especially like pasta dishes. So if you want, you can actually take the entire tail off. So what you notice is most of the time when you get the shrimp from the store, they clean off the top layer and they devein it, but there is a vein at the bottom of the shrimp, and you need to make sure you like use that and take that out because that is also like the waste from the shrimp and you don't really want to cook that into your food. So here I am adding a lemon to the water that is defrosting the shrimp, and I also add a tablespoon of salt to the water just to help defrost it and give it a little bit of seasoning, pre-seasoning. So yeah, I've washed the chicken with lemon and water, and now I'm just gonna season it using the Creole seasoning, using Cajun. And this is just totally up to you, like how spicy you want it. So I'll be placing a full description of all ingredients and measurements in the description box below. So sorry for not giving you the measurements during the breakdown of the seasoning. I'm gonna put a little bit of the garlic, and I'm also gonna do this for the shrimp. Paprika and Cajun. I also like to add garlic powder. Even though I'm putting garlic in both of these, and Old Bay for the shrimp. Onion powder. So I'm gonna mix the chicken up with the seasonings. Make sure it's evenly coated. Make sure all sides of the chicken is seasoned. Some people don't mind touching chicken. I have this new thing where I don't like touching it. And also, like, I'm tired of, like, to keep washing your hands and stuff. It's just annoying. So now I'm starting to cook the chicken. I'm adding extra virgin olive oil to an already warm pan. So it's about medium heat, medium high. I have the fire on. And then I'm going to actually place the chicken in there. Prior to this, I already had started the water boiling for the noodles. So I'd put salt in there, and always make sure that you put the lid down. It actually helps the water boil a lot faster than leaving it open. So here I am placing the chicken into the pan so it can be brown. Make sure not to crowd the actual pan because then you won't get a good brown or, you know, that kind of burnt, crispy look that I like personally with my chicken, but you won't get that if the pan is super crowded. So here I am after I've allowed the chicken to cook for about 6 to 7 minutes on one side. As you see, it's browned. So now I'm flipping it over so that it gets a chance to brown on the other side. A plus with having a thinly sliced chicken is that it is going to cook rather quickly. In addition to that, once you make the Alfredo sauce and you're going to add your meat to that, it'll have a chance to cook even longer. So here I am adding the noodles to the salted boiling water. And so I'm just gonna let that dissolve into the pot. And then here I am taking out the cooked chicken. So as you see, it's browned on both sides and is ready to come out of the pot. I'm also going to be using the same pot to make the Alfredo sauce, but I am going to clean it out because it did kind of brown too much on the bottom. So yeah, I've cleaned out the pot, and now I'm going to start the Alfredo sauce. So here's the ingredients. I used Parmesan Romano cheese. I didn't include that in the original ingredients, but that's really important as well. That's a shredded mozzarella cheese, heavy cream, and then it's just regular butter that I'll be using. So here I am adding the butter to the pan. I have the heat on probably about medium. And I'm also going to add the heavy cream. So right now it's just the butter and the heavy cream will be added to the pan to get that going and get it to dissolve together. In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and cut up the cut chicken into about, an inch and a half pieces that I'm going to actually add to the Alfredo once it's fully meshed together. So here I am. I'm going to complete the Alfredo sauce. As you see, the butter is totally melted into the heavy cream. They've combined together. So I'm going to start adding the Parmesan cheese. Well, this is Parmesan Romano. And then I'm going to go ahead and add the mozzarella shredded cheese in there and let that melt together. In addition to, I do add some more seasonings. So as you see, there's black pepper going into there. I'm going to add also some salt, so about a tablespoon of sea salt. I'm putting paprika into there. I know I did season the chicken with it, but I'm going to add the paprika into that. More Cajun seasoning. And I'm going to mix that for a bit, just get it to dissolve together and become one sauce. And I also like to add a little bit of Laurie's. Actually, I do add that instead of the regular table salt. It just depends on how I'm feeling and what type of flavor base that I'm going for. And then as you see, I'm adding more cheese there. So I let that dissolve and dissolve together. I'm checking the noodles to make sure that they aren't overcooked. You want to make sure that your noodles are al dente, and that's pretty much like there's a bit of bite to the noodle when you try it, but it's not hard. So here I am I'm going to actually cook the shrimp. And that shouldn't take long. Shrimp cooks pretty quickly. So that's why I usually save it for last. So just remember that the chicken's already done. The noodles are done. As you see, I've placed it on the back burner. And now I'm making the shrimp.
So now the noodles are put directly into this pot. Add the chicken.
So as you can see, I've added the chicken and the shrimp to the Alfredo, into the one pot of the Alfredo mixture. So I'm just mixing it together. I'm gonna give it a second. I'm gonna add some finishing like garnishes to it. I like to add parsley to just give it a little bit of greenery and a little bit of color, and a little bit of flavor profile as well. So So as you can see, here's a close-up of the finished dish. It says Cajun chicken shrimp pasta. Looks wonderful, and now you're gonna see me try it.
Okay, so thank you for joining me on my version of Cajun shrimp and chicken pasta, or Cajun chicken and shrimp pasta, or you know, tomato. So I think it came out really well. I'm gonna try it and see. It's hot. So as you see, I did use heavy cream in my recipe, but you can do like the store-bought Alfredo sauces that they sell. But I just feel like this tastes so much better, and it's easy. Like most of the time, you don't even think that you have the right ingredients in your fridge, and you do. It's essentially mozzarella cheese, Parmesan cheese, and all you think usually have to purchase is the heavy cream and butter, like most people have. So all these things are like very basic, a basic Alfredo sauce. Then you just add, you know, whatever seasonings that you prefer. But yeah, no, this is like really good. Even the chicken came out really good. Most definitely a beginner's favorite, a really good classic when you just want to like whip up something real cool, easy and quick. But thank you so much, guys, for joining me. I look forward to having more videos and different things. So I'll also be doing like vlogging and stuff like that. But stay tuned.